Hey, what's up, John?
Are you ready?
Rebel Rousers! Rebel Rousers! Woo! I feel like I missed the cue. Like I feel like I jumped it. Like there's another beat that was supposed to happen. And
Man, I was going with the flow, yo.
okay, all right, because I'm sorry if I mess things up.
And I just rhymed too, just to let you know.
What's up, brother? How you doing?
No, dude, I think it's a great time for a sports fan. Football is back. Even college football is coming back next weekend. So it's like it's a great time.
Is that why you're rocking that jersey? I see.
Yeah,
All right.
Nebraska, because their season opening next weekend. So
Oh, nice.
I'm born to be ready and wow.
That I feel like it's a completely different conversation you're trying to have right now. And all I'm trying to do is talk about sports, John. That's all I'm trying to talk about. And
Man, yeah, preseason, the week 1 of preseason was great, man. Like,
yeah.
if I'm gonna give you one little tip, I could be going overboard or anything like that for fantasy football.
Okay.
But if you need a tight end, he's a backup tight end, but he could have a good role into the Ravens offense.
Okay.
Is Isaiah Likely. He kind of impressed me a little bit. I'm like, this guy has something in him. I'm like,
so he's the backup.
He's a backup.
Okay. Interesting.
But he could have a likely role.
Yeah. Well played. I like it. We're good.
But yeah, it's too early into the preseason. But what I saw from Isaiah Likely is like, this guy did a pretty good job.
Yeah.
It is 4 catches, 44 yards, but in a preseason, that's not bad at all.
No, not. Preseason's basically, for example, the backup to know, hey, who should be else on my roster besides obviously the starters that, unless there's some people battling for starter,
Yeah.
That's exciting to watch. But I guess we'll see. It's preseason. It's week 1. It's too early, but I'm very excited to have it back. It was so cool to just sit back and watch football this weekend. So cool.
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah. So what, John? What do we have on the agenda today? What are we talking about NFC?
We're attacking the NFC, and we're gonna go after NFC East first.
Okay. Let's see.
So you got the Giants, you got Washington Commanders.
Yep.
I want to say football team, and I want to say the Redskins, but that's not who they are anymore.
They're the Commanders. I command you to say
who
Commanders.
they are. Next year they beat the I don't know, the Dream Team next year.
Now that's a name that you got a name like the Dream Team. You better live up to that name. That's
exactly. And then you got the Eagles and you got the Cowboys.
Okay.
Do you want to go first on this one, or you want me?
I think I'm going to jump in real quick, actually. Yes, because you are totally going to disagree with me. And I know this. Huh?
I may or may not.
That's fair. I think a lot of people probably would say the Eagles, but my friend, I'm not a fan of them, but I will say the Cowboys are going to. Now, before you, with your rebuttal, I don't think they'll win the Super Bowl. And if they get to the playoffs, they probably won't get past the first round. They're probably going to have the same problems as they did last year. But during the regular season, they're not bad. And I think they're going to take the division. That's it.
All right. You ready for some popcorn?
Yes. I have a bag right there. No, I'm just kidding.
I have the Eagles taking the division.
Okay. I had that feeling.
And then I have the Washington Commanders taking second place.
Ooh, now you hit me with some a curveball. All right.
I hate you. And then I have the Cowboys at third place, and of course, we're all pretty projecting the Giants take last place on this division.
If they took anything other than last, I'd be surprised. I'm not. I know Giants
I
fans
think
are like, oh.
I think the only people who will be surprised or won't be surprised them can make third or second place is Giants fans.
Right. I'm pretty sure Giants fans are like, yeah, or before the season's even started, they're like, I'm just there for the excitement. I'm watching the game, but I'm not expecting much.
If we do better next year, cool. If not, then this way is right.
But yeah, I don't expect much from the Giants this year. If they could pull out a couple wins, good for them. I don't I don't expect much.
Oh man.
All right. So what's the next division we're talking about today?
So next we got the NFC North. So
Hey,
you got Chicago Bears, you got Detroit Lions, you got Green Bay, and you got Minnesota Vikings.
okay. Are you gonna hit? I'll let you go first this time. Actually, let me go first because it's not a surprise, and you're gonna have way more to say than me. So we're gonna go me you because you got more to say. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do.
All right.
I'm just gonna go with the obvious. I'm gonna say the Green Bay Packers. I don't think there's really, in my mind, much of an argument any other way, but I'm waiting for your rebuttal. Go.
All right. I have Green Bay Packers as well.
All right.
Is it gonna be a landslide? No, I think the Vikings is right there with them.
Yeah.
But don't sleep on the Detroit Lions. I have a feeling
I got it.
it could be a Detroit Lions year, but it's gonna be a stretch. But like I said, it's gonna be Green Bay Packers until they be thrown off their division and
Yeah.
you still got Rodgers. So enough said.
That's fair. I mean, you still got Rodgers. Rodgers isn't gonna, even when last season when we thought dude's gonna just sleep all season, he's not even gonna try. He still came out, did really well because he's Aaron freaking Rodgers, and he's gonna do what Aaron Rodgers does. And
he came out with a blazing fire.
right. He just ended the season the same way he tends to end the season. That's losing to the 49ers in the playoffs. So
we don't put the cat out, and
I mean, they lost to the Niners, and I'm pretty sure he had that look on his face, like, God damn it, not again. Like, why do I keep listening to these guys? Like, he can't get over that hump when it comes to the playoffs in the 49ers. So it's pretty funny.
I think what it is a curse.
Curse. All right. I'm intrigued.
It's more like I want to prove you guys wrong every single time because you guys skip me.
Yeah.
You guys pick Alex Smith over me.
Right.
So it's like he wants to do his obviously the best he can do against the 49ers.
Right.
There's brilliance at times. Yes, he has beaten us there and there. Yeah,
absolutely. But
it happens. But when it comes to when it matters the most, Roger's like, "Hey, see you, Samson. I'm gonna be over here. Why are you guys kicking my butt?"
Right. He's like, all right, cool. I'm gonna go. I mean, his he's got that traditional, classic quarterback thing where it's clearly the end of his career, and he's just trying to finish up. He's gonna do good because he's a good quarterback, but I'm not expecting greatness from him this season. I don't think it's gonna happen. So I don't know.
I won't say it'd be good as last year, but it'd still be pretty good.
Because he's Aaron Rodgers. He's Aaron Rodgers. At the end,
That's
I mean,
enough said right there. It's Aaron Rodgers.
if Tom Brady's still kicking it, Aaron Rodgers can still kick it.
He's still kicking it as well.
Exactly. So I don't know.
All right, let's go to the next division, the NFC North.
Okay.
You got the Atlanta Falcons, the Carolina Panthers, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and the New Orleans Saints.
So I just said his name and I'm gonna say it again. I'm going Tom Brady. And just yeah.
Because it's Tom Brady.
Because it's Tom Brady. There's no other argument when it comes to Tom Brady than it's freaking Tom Brady. Like he is whether or not he puts up god awful stats or whatever, he is a fantastic quarterback to be around because he knows how to win. It may not be a bomb through the air. He can manage that game to the point of complete success. Now, once again, I don't think they're going to win the Super Bowl, but they'll go to the playoffs, and I think they'll win the division. So,
yeah. So you want a surprise, right?
Yes,
you like surprises?
I do. I love it.
I have Carolina Panthers taking the division.
Ooh. Okay, I want to hear it.
Baker is going to be the starting quarterback for the Panthers.
Mm-hmm.
Baker's going to shut a lot of people up this year.
I kind of hope so. Even though he's got a mouth, I don't really like him. But continue.
But what better way to knock out Tom Brady to shut people up, right? It's his thing to do, and I think it's like he's gonna go, especially week one. I'm looking forward to week one when it's the Panthers versus the Browns, and when Browns like, man, we're really stupid. So it's doing Tampa's gonna make the playoffs. Don't get me wrong, but it's gonna be a Carolina Panthers division, at least for this year.
Yeah. Maybe we'll see. I don't know if I completely because I've seen Mayfield play. He's a good quarterback. I wouldn't say he's a championship caliber or Super Bowl, whatever. I don't know what words I'm trying to say, but I can't 100% rally behind the man yet. He hasn't given me enough to say yes. But the underdog story, fantastic. I do like that. So
He took the Browns to the playoffs, man. The only playoffs in years.
That's a good argument. That's a solid argument. I can't rebuttal that.
And he has, I say, better weapons than he did in Cleveland.
Yeah.
And you still have, you have Nick Chubb, you have the running game, but if McCaffrey can stay healthy,
yeah,
and you still have a running game behind you, and Christian McCaffrey is a good wide receiver as well. He's a running back, wide receiver, tight end, offensive line, whoever you want. Put this guy.
What you want? I got it. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna go coach too if you want. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah.
Well, it doesn't work out to some people like Kyler Murray,
but poor Kyler Murray. Yeah.
Hey, he got dose his own medicine, right?
Sometimes when you're a talker, you just gotta get slapped in the mouth a little bit, and I feel like that's kind of what happens. So
maybe the head coach and Kyler Murray will be on the same page now.
We'll see.
But
I think it's a band-aid, honestly, but we'll see.
Now we're going to the NFC West.
Okay. All right.
You got the 49ers, you got the Arizona Cardinals, you got the Los Angeles Rams, the Super Bowl champs, and the Seahawks.
Okay. One I can tell you, it's definitely not the Seahawks. Pause for dramatic effect. All right. So everyone's going to tell you it's the Rams, repeating Super Bowl champions. 49ers have a rookie quarterback, basically. I know it's his second year, but it's his first full season as a quarterback,
Season, yeah.
pretty much since high school. I'm just saying. Um, and then, but then you have Kyler Murray, and he made his money. I'm not guaranteeing a lot from that man. He's like I said, he's a talker. So, in my mind, it's between the Rams and the Niners. Okay, now the obvious statement would be to say the Rams. But and I know it's preseason. You don't have to slap me with it because I know it. But I've been hearing great things about Lance, and I'm gonna go with my surprise, and it's gonna be the 49ers.
Okay.
Yeah.
But don't let preseason fool you either.
I know you're gonna hit me with it.
Because Daniel Jones had an amazing rookie preseason when he was a rookie. And I was like, is this like Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Peyton Manning out there?
I know.
But in the regular season, it's like that's when the dose of reality hits a little bit. But I have the Rams taking the division.
Okay.
Am I playing it safe a little bit? Maybe. But
that's what I think is a safe call. That's why I went with the 49ers.
but they still have a decent team around them. So it's like, and then I have the Cardinals taking number 2.
Ooh.
And then I have the 49ers being number 3 and Seattle number 4.
Okay. Now here's the
I
thing.
just don't believe in Trey Lance. Yeah.
Here's my thing. All right. I'm gonna break it down for you.
Break it down.
I'm gonna break it down. Let me try. Hold on, let me gather. Okay, I'm gonna break it down. Here we go. So I know you're a Jimmy. You're a Jimmy fan. You're Jimmy G. I get it. And I'm not 100% sold either. He's a young guy. He's what, 22 years old. But he gives the 49ers so many more options than just being a game manager. One with his mobility, 2 with the deep ball. And honestly, the cat just sounds confident, dude. Like he is now, it could be a blind confidence. Absolutely. He's 22. At 22 years old, we're all blindly confident. I get it. But he's got something. He's got a little spark. And I hope I'm not wrong. But that's why I feel like Trey Lance is gonna do some shock and awe.
But yet, let's look at Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
He's a great runner. He's probably one of the best athlete quarterback we got in the division.
Right.
But his passing is not the best. I say his passing is probably like top 15.
Yeah.
But his ability to run and make the run down or long runs kind of help him out a little bit. But if you take that mobility out,
Quarterback
and
drop back.
and quarterback, and it has proven year after year after year, when it comes time to matter, the ability goes away, and you have to be a quarterback.
I agree with that 100%. Now, here's my thing. Lamar Jackson, to me, is not the best example because all he's got is legs. That's all he has. I'm not saying he can't throw the ball, but one thing he doesn't have is Kyle Shanahan. He's gonna use Trey Lance, but he's also kind of safe in the sense of he's gonna make sure he's got those intermediate pass routes down, and they have a decent run game, and with a stellar defense, it's gonna help him out a lot.
Let me ask you a question. Are we gonna get the same play calling that we got when he's first playing, where he runs Trey Lance 15 times and get him hurt? Or is this the put on when we faced the Texans? It was a decent but luckily we had a great rushing attack and defense.
Well, here's the thing: the first game last year, he didn't know how to use them. He was just like, he's got legs, let him run. We're just trying to put a band-aid on this and get through. He has now had a full off season, full time away, training, playing against the starting defense of the 49ers, who, once again, I know it's preseason, but looked really good in that game. And he plays against them day after day. So that alone will just get you better.
So let me ask you a question.
Sure.
How many highlight film is there against Trey Lance in a scrimmage against the 49ers defense?
Probably not a lot. They probably don't want to show too much. I would imagine. I don't know. I mean,
Just one.
okay. Okay.
So is it because they're hiding something, or you could be right. It could be just the fact that Trey Lance, they don't want to show a lot of Trey Lance. I get it.
Yeah.
But when you had a quarterback that took you to the Super Bowl, to the NFC Championship twice, we got to see a little something. Just a little.
I agree. But the thing is, Jimmy, ability wise, physical ability does not have the same ability Trey Lance has. I love Jimmy. I was excited when the Niners got him.
Tom Brady don't have the same ability, and look at him.
Right now, I get you. I get it. I get it. But when the 49ers needed plays extended and the right kind of pass, Jimmy just couldn't deliver a lot of times. I'm not saying he's a bad quarterback. I was actually excited when the Niners picked him up and he, walked in and his crap didn't stink. And I was like, yeah, dude, he's awesome. I'm not crapping on Jimmy. I hope he finds a good team that treats him right. That's it. But the amount of ability that the opportunity, I'm not saying he hasn't proven himself yet. A preseason game is not proof. It's not proof.
No.
Absolutely not. I'm not dumb. I get it. I'm just saying the opportunity is there. Is there for some shock and awe. The only thing and some people relate him to it, but the whole like Patrick Mahomes thing, like he didn't start his first year. He sat and he watched, and then he came out and he slayed it, like just murdered teams. And there's a possibility that could happen.
It could, and I hope it does.
Right.
All right, let's go the last topic.
All right, this is all you, brother. Get it. It's not all you. I'll jump in. Don't worry. Don't get scared.
Is Troy Aikman overrated? I'm gonna hit you with stats.
Hit me.
And his first year, 9 touchdowns, 18 interception. We'll not go base too much of rookie season because
it's a rookie season.
Rookie season.
Right.
Then you go to 11 touchdowns, 18 interceptions.
Okay.
11 touchdowns, 10 interceptions.
Okay.
And then he actually had a full season, not getting hurt. 22 touchdowns, 14 interceptions. And then it kind of slides down to 15 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Then it slides down to 13 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. And then it kind of goes up 16-7. And then you go 12-13, 19-12, 12-5, 7-12, and 7-14.
Okay.
His record is not too bad. But do you think that Michael Irvin and Emmitt Smith has a lot to do with the success more than Aikman?
I wouldn't say more, but we all know that time period, the Cowboys, along the lines of everything, had a stellar team. They had great receivers. They had Emmitt Smith. They had a decent line. Everything worked well for Troy Aikman in the sense of just being on that team. Absolutely. I would say Troy Aikman's probably one of the best game managers that ever played the game. Now, when you compare him to like quarterbacks like Patrick Mahomes, right? Patrick Mahomes already has just the amount of attempts, the amount of attempts alone already surpasses Troy Aikman. So, because Mahomes slings it down the field, Aikman doesn't have nearly as many attempts as Mahomes. Now, there's that whole Tom Brady thing where Tom Brady knows how to run his team. Aikman, I believe, personally, I was still a really young guy, but he knows how to run a team. I think he is a fantastic game manager, and he knew how to work his team, and he was able to get it there. And he's got the rings to prove it, so that alone will keep him in the Hall of Fame. But
But but looking at the stats though,
yes,
is it a Hall of Fame stats?
I think it depends on how you're perceiving it. I think in the time that he played, yes. I think he did a good job to be in the Hall of Fame. If you're talking about now, no. I think the amount of like passing attempts and the completion rates, yeah, he's probably
So
not the same.
if you put Super Bowl ring, then you gotta put Eli Manning in the Hall of Fame. He
I'm,
has better stats.
I wouldn't be surprised one day.
I'll be surprised too. But there could be a chance he doesn't make it. And so it's like if
Yeah,
you're gonna allow Troy Aikman in with an average stats to a Eli Manning stat, I want to say Eli's the greatest. Or I'm not gonna go there because that's not true.
right.
But I think it's due a lot because Dallas Cowboys had a great defense,
Yes.
probably like the best offensive line depth at the time.
Running back, wide
Yeah,
receiver.
yeah, wide receivers. You had tight ends. You had Emmitt Smith, probably the best running back of all time. Some argue Barry Sanders could have been if he stayed longer,
Right.
but still top 2 running back of all time with all the stats. It's like the guy is a stat number running back. I
Right.
think helped carry that team to the Super Bowl. Um, so
But
Aikman,
I would not go as far as to say that he's overrated. I think he's still a really good quarterback, especially for the time period. Um, him going against Young and all those people. He did a good job. He did his job and he did it well. Um, yes, did they have the probably one of the best teams that money could buy? Absolutely. But that's how the Cowboys rolled in the 90s. Absolutely. That's just what they did. Um, so yeah, he was fortunate enough to be on the Cowboys at that time. If he were to be picked up by another team, would he have been as good? Who's to say? Probably
I
not.
say no.
Probably not. But
So it's like it's I don't know the winning. He has not a lot of winning seasons. He only had like 5, I believe,
right.
and then 3 Super Bowls. One, his first Super Bowl, he did actually a great job passing the ball, but you had weapons. But
Right. Yeah.
he had like 4 touchdowns there, interceptions. The year after that, or the next time he went to the Super Bowl, 0 touchdown, 1 interception. And
Mhm.
then you go 1 touchdown, 0 interception. So it's like I think it's a lot people are kind of moving around. It's like, oh, Troy Aikman is a great quarterback.
He's on America's
Is
team.
he really?
He's on
He
America's team.
had
He's got 3 Super Bowls, and the end of the day, that's enough to get you in the Hall of Fame with 3 Super Bowls on your finger. You know, I'm not saying he's the best
So,
quarter. He's not the
so,
GOAT.
so,
He's
so,
not.
so then Nick Foles needs to be in the Hall of Fame. He has ring.
But did he play to get those rings?
Yes.
Okay. I'm
Maybe 1 year, but he took a Eagles to beat Tom Brady. So I think that should automatically put you in
that
the
alone's like, all right.
All
Man,
right, guys. Thank you so much for watching us.
like, subscribe.
Like, show some love. I'm not good at that, but I did my best.
And let us know if you think Troy Aikman is overrated or underrated, or right where it needs to be. I'm not sure.
Thank you guys, and till next time.
Deuces.